What's up, everybody? Welcome to Harambe's Bauble, a Magic the Gathering podcast. This is what, episode number 3? 4? I don't even remember.
Four.
4. Episode number 4. Crazy, we're already there. I'm one of your hosts, DC. Joining me, per usual, is my co-host, Will. What's up, Will?
What's going on?
Oh, just, I'm a dad times 3 now.
Yeah, some
pretty
exciting
crazy.
news.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
I appreciate you. She's had a NICU stay, which really sucks, but she's getting better by the day. And so yeah, it's been a battle, but she's a strong girl, so she'll be here soon. Be at the house soon.
Yeah, not much longer. She'll be helping you pull those Spider-Man packs.
Exactly. She'll be my good luck charm. Yeah, Spider-Man, there's been not much more spoilers about that except for the Infinity Stone that they announced about that, which was pretty cool. There's like what, at least 3 different versions of the card, maybe even 4.
Yeah, and one of them like has no text on it,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool, but also I don't know.
Yeah, there's some
Be one of those cards.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, you're good. Go for it.
I was just gonna say we'll talk a little bit more about that later. I think we'll throw that in at the end because there's some interesting announcements by WotC. I think we'll throw it in with that last topic we had planned. But yeah, there's been a lot of stuff being thrown at us. There's new Avatar spoilers that came out. That set doesn't even come out till November.
It's hard to keep up. It's getting hard to keep up.
It's getting ridiculous. It really is. But I was telling Dan about this in the Discord, and I was like, I remember the days. This is like WotC of old for me. I mean, not to this extent, probably because they never showed this much. But I remember seeing spoilers for like World Wake back whenever it was the Zendikar block was getting ready to come out, and Zendikar hadn't even been released yet. And they were already showing spoilers for World Wake cards. And that was back when there was only 3 to 4 sets a year, period. So WotC just up to their shenanigans, man.
Yeah, it's always got to be on to the next thing.
Always.
And my wish list is always getting longer. It's never getting shorter.
It's ridiculous, man. Honestly, it's why I've taken breaks at time. Just feel like, well, I'll just do a full reset, and then I won't care what I missed, and I'll check it out later on.
Honestly, not a bad approach, because by then you don't get caught up in the little, oh, this looks really good, I'm just going to buy it right now. And then, you find out a couple weeks later, I probably didn't need to actually spend money on that.
Yeah, let's see where I could fit it in. Oh, wait, a whole new deck. Yay. Yeah, so we have a lot to talk about in a short amount of time, so I think let's get right down to it. So Edge of Eternities has been out for a little while. I did an unboxing video of one of the pre-release packs, so that's out there in social media ether. And yeah, what do you think, now that the set's been out a little bit, what do you think the top 3 commander cards are from Edges of Eternities, or Edge of Eternities, I should say?
Yeah. This one was tough to narrow down to 3. But I mean, I think one, I'm not going to count this towards the 3, but I think the lands in this set were like beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Some of the full arts especially were just amazing. But in terms of, I guess 3, all right, so Tanuk Steadfast second. This one might be on your list, I'm not sure, but this one, 2 generic, 2 red. It's a 3/5 creature. Other creatures you control have haste. Artifact cards and red creature cards in your hand have warp 3. I think this card is I think it's just fun. I think it might be tough to have as a commander. Maybe not. You might be able to have just a bunch of really large artifact creatures and red creatures, but just as a kind of a utility piece for helping to bring things out, cheat things out, several turns in advance. Blightsteel Colossus comes to mind. Like that'd be kind of a fun combo to be able to just pay 4, get this out, pay 3 more, get Blightsteel out with haste. Um, I don't know, kind of a cool design.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it's a neat
to
card.
nuke,
I really want to put I really want to experiment with that and with Brea just to see if I can like cheat out stuff early, like you're saying. It might be fun for that deck.
yeah, for sure. Especially because in Brett, you've got a lot of like ETB triggers, and
Mm-hmm.
that'd be kind of cool to be able to like warp, get the ETB, and then later on be able to cast it back in. Like
Yeah.
once everyone's forgotten that you have that just floating around out there.
Yeah. Exactly. Yep.
So that was pretty cool. Feel like another Tanuk Memorial Ensign. This one's generic red green 2/4 with landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, Tanuk deals 1 damage to each opponent. If this is the second time this ability has resolved this turn, draw a card. Um, I just think as like a utility piece, again, like this is just pretty cool. You know, you're especially in red and green, you're probably trying to get lands out fairly
Mm-hmm.
consistently. So why not get rewarded in the form of, dealing 1 damage to each opponent? But then if you have, a fetch land or something like that, then you're getting to draw a card off that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's exactly what that kind of deck loves to do: is play lands and draw cards, cycle through their whole deck until you get to whatever you want
Yeah, and being able to like ping each opponent
each time you do it.
simultaneously, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
fun.
Yeah, and last one is probably staying kind of on theme with the combat, but Horizon Explorer.
Hmm.
It's 2 generic and a green. It's a 2/4 creature. Lands you control enter untapped, and whenever you attack a player, create a lander token. And that's the artifact token. You pay 2, tap, sack it, search your library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield tapped. So, like, kind of most all of those green land fetch cards now become insanely better because you can fetch 2, 3 lands, and instead of coming out tapped, they'll come out untapped, and maybe
Yeah,
you use that mana to play another land fetch and get even more. And um, in that kind of like a green red aggro deck, you're probably looking to attack. So attacking, and it's whenever you attack a player. So you're playing a multiplayer game, 3 opponents, you could potentially get 3 of those each of your combats.
yeah.
I don't
Dang.
know.
Wizards has really leaned into the landfall and just like land fetch stuff in general lately with all the stuff from Final Fantasy and now the lander tokens and this. And it just makes me wonder,
Yeah.
like, what are they building up towards? Because it feels like there's definitely a theme, and there's even more cards that were revealed for Avatar, like that Toph card where, or Toph, sorry, not Toph, Toph. Did you see that one where like all your stuff or all your lands are creatures? I don't remember exactly the. There's some nutty stuff that can happen with that. So yeah, I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of fun interaction with the Avatar set with all this landfall stuff, and pretty soon, once Vivi, however you want to say it, once he gets banned, because that feels imminent at this point, I think landfall is going to be the number one deck.
I don't know why you got it out for my boy.
I'm talking specifically for standard, not for
I know,
commander.
I know.
Leave my boy alone.
No,
Yeah,
that is cool. The Toph or whatever non-token artifacts you control are lands in
that's it.
addition to their other types.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have they
So
announced like what the Earthbend and Waterbend and all that? Like, have they announced like what those mechanics are actually going to be
there's
yet?
context clues. You can read into it. Um, that'll be. I think we'll talk about this more on the next pod. So stay tuned for that once we have time to read over it, because it just came out today. So I haven't even got a chance to look at all the spoilers yet for that. But I think we could discuss about that at the next podcast, because I think there's like some indication, but not entirely. No.
They haven't officially said. Yeah,
Yeah. I will
makes
say
sense. And you said it. Yeah,
I just want to say, I will say the branding, like the art on the cards and also like the box art and everything, very cool. Like WotC knows what they're doing, making pretty colors and making people want to buy their stuff.
it's working.
Yeah, it's working. I have three cards. The one is really blatantly obvious, and it's Tezzeret, Cruel Captain. I had to throw this in here because I did open one in my pre-release kit, so go watch that because I freaked out. I immediately shoehorned this into Brea because why wouldn't I? So Tezzeret's three colorless, which is so good for a Planeswalker already. Whenever an artifact you control enters, put a loyalty counter on Tezzeret. So I'm gonna be doing that constantly in Brea. 0, untap target artifact creature. If it's an untap target artifact or creature. If it's an artifact creature, put a 1/1 counter on it. Okay. -3, search your library for an artifact card with mana value 1 or less, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Tons of utility there for Brea. There's a lot of 1-cost stuff I can go grab. -7, which easy I can get there. I mean, just whenever I play Brea, I can get to this point because that's 3 triggers for artifacts entering the battlefield. -7, you get an emblem with at the beginning of combat on your turn, put 3 1/1 counters on target artifact you control. If it's not a creature, it becomes a 0/0 robot artifact creature. Just, man, the utility for this, you could put it in so. I talked about this on previous pods, but you could put this in so many decks, and especially in a deck that has a ton of affinity for artifacts like Brea. Oh, I love
Yeah.
it.
And throw it on like a, what is it, like dark steel ingot or whatever, the mana rock that's indestructible.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you just have this indestructible robot.
Yeah. Love it, man. Such a good card.
Crazy.
It's gone down in price here and there, but it's staying consistently around $30 for the regular print. And I think it's just going to go up because, like I said, once Vivi gets banned ultimately in standard, this is going to become more standard viable too, I believe.
But either way, it's like an amazing pull for Brea, so it's going to get used regardless.
Stoked regardless. Yeah, yeah, so good. And I don't even play standard in person. I play on Arena, so that was just a little extra tidbit there. And then Planetary Annihilation. I just think Red's been pretty bad in Commander, like solo Red for a while, and I think this is just a neat little tool for Red to have. We talked about on the last pod, Red might actually probably be the worst single color in Commander, but this helps because Red doesn't have a ton of board wipe, so Planetary Annihilation's 3 anything and 2 red, kind of pricey, but the effect's worth it. It's a sorcery. Each player chooses 6 lands they control, then sacrifices the rest. Planetary Annihilation deals 6 damage to each creature. Now, again, with some of the cards that have been revealed for Avatar, which has a lot of land sacrifice stuff, this actually would be really good for you to play in certain decks that love to sacrifice lands, because you get to do what you want to do anyway by sacrificing lands. Plus, you get stuff out of it. You hamper your opponents, and you deal 6 damage to all creatures on the board, which is, I mean, let's be honest, it's probably a board wipe in most cases, or pretty close to it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and if you're playing someone who is just like really spiraling out of control, it can kind of help level set the playing field again.
Absolutely. Yeah. But it's not, but the thing I love about this card too is it's not completely debilitating, right? You're not sacrificing all your lands. It just kind of resets the game to a point where it's like, okay, you could still probably do some stuff, but maybe not win right away, which that's great card design in my opinion.
Yeah, totally agree.
And then the last one, I love combos. I'm a combo guy, always have been, always will be for Magic. That's just what I love to do. Exalted Sunborn. I definitely need a copy of this for reasons. 3 mana and 2 white. It's an Angel Wizard. Flying, lifelink. If one or more tokens would be created under your control, twice that many of those tokens are created instead. And it has a warp cost of 2. So you can just warp this in early game. create a bunch of tokens early on and play it later for its cost, which is great. It's a 4/5, which its stats don't really matter. It's that effect that you're looking for. So it's just another tool for Food and Friends, which if I get this for Food and Friends, that deck's gonna become even better. And like slowly, that deck's getting pretty good. I just need like one more win condition where it's not just like I win because I eat food. I need like something that deals like mass damage to the board or like to players. Which there's options there. I just need to order the cards. But that deck is slowly getting pretty good, and this is another tool for that deck. What a fun card!
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy that right now it's only like $19. But
Yep.
Anointed Procession, which is kind of, I don't know, I would argue maybe like a less good version now. Like I would rather have this ability on a body, especially something with flying and lifelink. And Anointed Procession is a $45 card. So
That's
yeah, I
true.
imagine that Angel's probably going to shoot up here in price.
Yeah, I could see it. My argument against that is Anointed Procession's an enchantment, and there's not a ton of enchantment hate. So there's a lot of creature hate, and this could easily be removed. But still, yet it's just another great tool to have in the toolbox for combo decks you're looking to create a ton of tokens for, vomit out tokens. Man, Salasia or whatever green white is, I always pronounce that wrong. Uh, just got a lot better with this card. All right.
Yeah, dang, those are
Yeah,
three solid choices.
some fun cards. Some fun cards. We both had
Yeah,
some fun cards. We like playing fun things in Commander. We don't just pick things because they're broken.
and this is making me want to do a draft on this set because I don't know. The more that I was looking at cards for this set, the more it was like, this is just kind of fun. Like, it just seems like a fun set. It's got some bangers to it.
It's a
It's
hard
got
set
some
to
new
draft.
mechanics.
It's a hard set to draft because if you don't really end up in the 2 or 3 archetypes that are really good, you kind of struggle because you end up like fooling around with like, oh well, should I get some of the spacecraft because they're really good, but I can't really, get enough decent creatures to station them, and yeah, you kind of have to go all in on an archetype on this set, which I have a love hate relationship with. Sometimes I do it really well, but I haven't really figured out how to do that yet with this set, so it's tough. I've done 2
Well,
drafts on Arena and finished 2 and 3 both times, which is not typical for me. Usually I get like 4 or 5 wins at least, so it's a tough set to draft.
well, that's why you gotta just take the approach that I have, where I'm going there to draft cards for my commander deck, and I'm just gonna throw something together and hope for the best and
Yeah, if we're doing it in person,
walk.
heck yeah, I'm all about that. That'd be fun. I'll rare draft all day in person. I don't care. Try to stop me, you can't. um, so what are a couple cards, Will, that are each under $1 in value that might not be too flashy or anything, but you just they've been so clutch for you. Like you just love playing them.
Yeah, this one was tough. So I think to start, I gotta go with my girl Sarah the Viper's Fang. I feel like I throw this in pretty much any green deck that I have. It's
Swear to
just
God, you always
it
draw it too every time, every time.
because I put 5 copies in each deck. Um,
You can't stop me from
so
cheating.
Sarah,
Try it.
right? You don't know. So Sarah is 2 generic, 2 green, a 3/4. Other tapped creatures you control have Death Touch. Other untapped creatures you control have Hexproof. You can pay 1, tap her to untap another target creature or land you control. So just a lot of utility value, and especially, I mean, if you can equip a Lightning Greaves or a Swiftfoot Boots to Sereth or something, I mean, that added protection, your creatures having Hexproof. I mean, also, if you want to swing out during combat and then use her third ability to untap the creature at the end of combat to give it hexproof again, just super useful. And going for a crisp $1 right now. So just snuck it in, but yeah, that's a card that I don't know. Even though it's 4 mana, it always I feel like is valuable anytime I have it. And yeah,
Absolutely.
like I
It
said,
at least makes
every
people pay attention to it, try to remove it.
Yeah, and if you've got like going wide in a token deck, being able to give everything death touch like that can completely change everything. And
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, pretty solid. Um, I love me another. Just staying with the theme of combat, I guess. I love Roar of Challenge. Um, this is a sorcery for 3 mana, 2 and a green. All creatures able to block target creature this turn do so. And then Ferocious, that creature gains indestructible until end of turn if you can control a creature with power 4 or greater. So this is just a great like late game. I have enough creatures where I can swing and take someone out. So I'm just gonna Roar of Challenge and target my little 1/1. All of his creatures are going to have to block the little 1/1. Everyone else just has a clean path all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm swinging, so I've got a creature with power 4 or greater, so my little guy is going to gain indestructible, and odds are going to be okay.
Or you can
Yeah, this
combo it with
one.
that one creature where every time it's dealt combat damage, it fights another creature or whatever it is. What is
Oh
that
yeah,
card? Yeah,
yeah. The Apex Altasaur.
yeah,
Yeah. Another fun one is Andrag the Quake Mole, the 8/4, where whenever it's dealt combat damage, you untap all creatures you control. There's an additional combat phase, so throw it on that guy, give him indestructible, and
yeah.
just keep swinging until the game's over,
Just keep
basically.
swinging. Just keep swinging. Yeah,
Yeah, 30 cents. Insane addition. That's another one of those where it's just like, and even if it's not like a game ender, but it's just mid game and you can do some serious damage one turn.
yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes that can be all it takes to kind of tip the scales.
Speaking of game enders,
Uh,
my first card is definitely can be that at least for one player, maybe two if I've got Panharmonicon on the field. You know this card well. Everyone hates to see this card coming. It's a Spicy Brea edition, Magister Sphinx.
yeah,
Yeah, as you shake.
that card.
Magister Sphinx is very pricey. It's 7 mana total. So for anything and Esper colors, white, blue, and black. Artifact creature Sphinx flying. When Magister Sphinx enters the battlefield, target player's life total becomes 10. It's a 5/5. Not that that matters. It's ETB is what matters. This card is 61 cents. The lowest you can get it's 46 in Arch Enemy. The printing for that. This card has won me the game so many times. Because
Seriously, I feel like it's not even target player's life total. It's just Will. It's just Will's life total becomes 10.
nah, come
The
on,
number of
man.
times that I've seen that. No, it's a crazy card. Crazy
Yeah,
card.
it's very pricey, but I mean, in Commander, like 7 mana is really not that much whenever you can tap like Soul Ring and whatever else. So, um, yeah, it's a fun
Or
card.
even, yeah, Master Transmuter. I'll just pay one
Yeah,
and
yeah, exactly. Yep. There's a lot of ways to cheat it in, but it's I love it. Like I said, it's won me the game many times because I can just in someone's life if Brea's on the field with sacrifices some artifacts and deal 10 damage after 4 sacks. So yeah. And then another one that is our newer card that 3 times now this card has been very clutch for me. I don't play dragons a lot because it's just a precon. I've added a few things here and there, and this is one of the cards I added. And the last time we played, you saw this thing pop off, and that is Tamir Battlecrier. It is Teamer colors, so green, blue, and red. It's a orc ranger creature. During your turn, spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each creature you control with power 4 or greater. It's a 4/3. So yeah, I had this on the field, and basically most of my stuff was like couple mana a piece because all the big dragons are big colorless costs, and then like 2 red or like a green and a red or something like that. So I'm just playing multiple dragons a turn, making my stuff cost even less. And yeah, my turns got real long and real dangerous.
they did. But yeah, Especially like you said, when you've got a lot of creatures that are maybe just a single color and
Mm-hmm.
then a bunch of generic mana, you were casting like 3 or 4 per turn, it felt like, and just
Yeah.
getting everything out there. And with those colors, there's such good card draw that it's like if you can get the right pieces out there, you're casting stuff, you're drawing, you're casting more.
Yeah. Like I
It
had
can snowball.
the thing where I could cast dragons from the top of my, I forget which card, but I could cast dragons from the top of my library. So I was just like top decking dragons and playing them for like 2
Yeah.
mana when they're like 8 cost, 9 cost dragons. Such a fun card. It is 24 cents. So must have, I think, in most dragon decks that, I mean, most dragons are 4 or greater. So I pulled this card out of, I forget, just a random Tarkir Dragonstorm pack, and I was like, that would go crazy in Eshki, and turns out it does.
That it do. That it do.
Yep.
But speaking of cards like that,
Yeah.
this will segue into another
Do you know
couple
the
that
way?
I think are just like
Do you know
so
the
solid.
segue?
Generous Gift and Beast Within. I feel like they're like very classic, almost well known, maybe cliche, but they're just always so solid. Generous Gift, 2 and a white, instant, destroy target permanent. Its controller creates a 3/3 green elephant creature token. And Beast Within, 2 and a green, instant, destroy target permanent. Its controller creates a 3/3 green beast creature token. I mean, yes, paying 3 mana can be a lot when it's not your turn, but just that flexibility of at instant speed getting rid of any permanent, whether it's, you know, like that enchantment or planeswalker or a land, if you're getting Karn Bastion to death with poison counters and proliferating, like
Yeah.
just that flexibility, or even if you just have someone's got some monstrous creature that, I'd rather see a 3/3 than a 12/12 or something like that. Um, Always so solid. And both of those are like $1, just under $1.
Heck
But
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, those are good. Um, Green doesn't have a lot of destroy stuff, so, or destroy creature, just like single removal. So that's really, really good to have, especially because you
Yeah.
said, like you said, the flexibility of being able to do anything. Just love that.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, you're giving your opponent a 3/3, but if you can't stop a 3/3, you probably were going to
You're probably
lose
gonna
for
lose
other
anyway.
reasons.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah. In most cases, that's like a very good deal. Like, I'm going
Yeah.
to get rid of something that's going to like really be a pain. And sure, take this elephant. That's
Cue,
fine.
cue the Inglorious Bastards. I'd make that deal.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, so we have just a couple more topics. The last one we'll probably have to cut a little short just because we're running low on time, but this one should be pretty quick. We're talking about cards for Commander. This seems to be the overall theme of this episode. But what are some of your favorite artifact equipment and or enchantment auras in Commander?
um, I guess I won't go through all of them. I chose way too many cards to talk about. I don't know why.
I've got two, so why
But
don't you pick two?
probably I'll pick two. That
Yeah.
sounds good. I'll do one artifact, one enchantment. There we go. We'll have a nice symmetry. Artifact, probably my favorite is Mithril Coat.
Ooh.
3 generic flash indestructible. When it enters the battlefield, attach it to target legendary creature you control. Equipped creature has indestructible. Really great for, instant speed. Someone's playing a bird wipe. You want to keep your commander safe, or just some other legendary creature. Or even if you don't want to attach it at instant speed, just being able to give something indestructible. I feel like, I don't know, sometimes that's an underrated mechanic, like indestructible. Sometimes people don't really take it too seriously until it's in their face, and then it's like, oh wow, this is real. This thing is a
Yeah.
8/8 or a whatever 9/9 swinging at me every turn with indestructible. So Mithril Coat definitely up there, and unfortunately skyrocketing in price. I managed to pick one up back in the day for around 12, and now I think it's up to like 18, 19.
Yeah, I picked mine up for
But
like mine was a hollow and it was like 12. So way back when. That was back when everybody was uh, cracking the collector's boosters for Lord of the Rings. So, uh,
Yeah, I can see why. I mean, I get why it's going up. It's just unfortunate because I am poor and I can't have five copies to have in all my decks.
yeah.
Um, but such is life. So yeah, Mithril Coat definitely for my artifact. I'd say enchantment, Song of the Dryads, um,
Mm.
two generic and a green. Enchant permanent, enchanted permanent is a colorless forest land. I think this, in my opinion, I think is a little bit better than Imprisoned in the Moon, just because you can enchant any permanent. It comes with the cost of, yeah, you're letting them have a source of green mana compared to Imprisoned in the Moon, where it's colorless mana. But I don't know. Usually, again, that can kind of be worth the trade, having that flexibility of being able to enchant any permanent. And honestly, the making it a forest can be kind of useful, especially you've seen this at times with like my Chatterfang deck, where having a card like this, I essentially can give Forest Walk, or give a forest to any opponent, and then all of a sudden Chatterfang has Forest Walk, and so there's kind of like that extra layer
Yeah,
of potential gnarliness.
you've killed me with commander damage with Chatterfame because of that before.
Yeah, yeah, man, that's a good one. What about you? What are a couple that you enjoy?
I actually had two artifacts picked at first, but I switched one of them out because, I don't want to be too much of a fanboy of artifacts, although I am. You mentioned Mithril Coat, and that's in my Ishin deck, but also another card that's in my Ishin deck is, I've talked about this card too many times, but I just have to keep mentioning it because I feel like it's undervalued, and that's Mjolnir Stormhammer. This card just goes burr. I mean, it just does. So it's 4 mana, um, for anything. Legendary artifact equipment. When Mjolnir enters the battlefield, attach it to target legendary creature you control. Yes, please. Ishin free equip. Whenever equipped creature attacks, tap target creature defending player controls and put a stun counter on it. Then Mjolnir deals damage to each opponent equal to the number of tap creatures that opponent controls. So obviously where this really shines is if somebody just swung out to do like massive damage or kill someone, you could pretty much just kill everyone the next turn with this, or get pretty close, especially with Ishin because it triggers twice. So yeah, you already get to tap two things and put stun counters on it, but then for each tapped creature, you deal that much damage to each opponent, and you get to do it twice with Ishin, and sometimes more if you have multiple things that trigger. So, yeah, this card, everyone hates to see this card coming too. Everyone gets so mad when I play this card. But it has a normal equip cost of 4, which is not that bad considering you have to pay it for 4. But the fact that it enters and you attach it to a legendary creature, whew, this thing's so good. I think it's so underrated.
Yeah, and the putting stun counters, so like it's not like they're just tapped for that turn. They're gonna be tapped the next turn as well. So you're like, with each turn, it's like compounding, like how much you're tapping of everyone's stuff, and so
Yep.
yeah, that I've seen that thing go off way too many times than I care to admit. But it's an insane card in Ishin.
Yeah, it's so good, so fun. And then this is kind of a blast from the past. I know a couple people play this in our pod, but I just love this card. I've always had a big affinity for Eldrazi. I've been trying to slowly turn my Omnith deck into that. It's just hard because all the Eldrazi cards are so expensive. But Awakening Zone. Awakening Zone is 2 colorless and a green. It's an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may create a 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn creature token. It has sacrifice this creature, add a colorless. It doesn't seem too crazy up front, but paired with other things, this can get really out of hand. And just having the flexibility to have like either a chump blocker or a mana dork for colorless, which you're doing a lot of if you're playing Eldrazi cards, just so fun for 3 mana. Just love this card.
Yeah, that card is always useful.
Yeah,
Like any game you
I
get to
never
play it.
play that card, and I'm like, wow, I had a bad time playing that card. Like I usually use it
Right.
in one way or another, and yeah,
Yeah, and I love that the mana ability is just a sack this creature. It's not like a tap
Yeah.
or anything, so you can just immediately do it.
Yep. Instant speed. So you can even do it like chump block and then add a colorless, which is just great.
Right.
Yep. Great flexibility, great card. All right. Just quickly, so we're out of time, but we talked a little bit about, some of the announcements that the Wizards had made recently, and there's been a lot. The first one, which we kind of talked about earlier, was that there's going to be more Marvel sets. Originally, Spider-Man was planned to be something else. We're not really sure what that was. People kind of think it was planned to be a Commander set, which is why there's no actual Commander decks. Like that, they thought this was like a Commander supplemental, like Universes Beyond thing before Universes Beyond became, you know, set in stone and standard henceforward. Um, and then yeah, so that was a big bombshell. The fact that there's going to be more Marvel sets, which makes sense because they said there's all the Infinity Stones are going to be scattered throughout those sets. So that'll be cool. Everyone's going to try to get their hands on all the Infinity Stones, and God knows, is it going to be like Exodia? Like, who knows? So that was cool. And then they also announced, well, it was kind of like an insider, right? It was a guy who does something for Wizards, where he was like, yeah, they're taking into consideration doing like K-pop sets, or what was the other one? A K-pop set or a
Romantacy.
romantacy set. So they're trying to get more female players in the game. So what are your takes on all that, Will?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I get it from to an extent. I mean, you could probably make an argument. Okay, maybe a lot of the sets that they've been doing in Universes Beyond maybe target more of a male demographic, and so they could do other sets. But to me, when I read it, I don't know. It just kind of felt like it was like just a boardroom of people that were like, what are these people? What do girls like? Is this romantasy, right? Like K-pop? Yeah, that should be fine. I don't know. It just seemed like very cliche. um,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're not wrong. That seasoned. Yeah, I've had people get on to me in our prior videos saying like, "Oh, this is the target audience of Universes Beyond." I am on record saying I am not a fan of all the Universes Beyond stuff. I liked it when Magic was pure Magic and we didn't have all this other stuff. But it's here to stay, and it's the game that I love. So I gotta kind of roll with it, right? Because I'm not gonna stop playing just because the sets are goofy. Because the cards are still fun to play, and the game's still fun to play. And it's a smart business decision for WotC. Hasbro especially, like, yeah, they're gonna sell so many cards because of all these Universes Beyond stuff. And I would love more girls, more women to play Magic. I've tried to get my wife to do it for years, but she never will. um our pod has gained and like fluctuated with a couple of girls that play with us, and that's been a lot of fun having like different perspectives and stuff to play to play with. But yeah, I'd love to see more girls and women play Magic, but I don't know if like you said, I don't know if this is like what they should be doing to try to do that, because it does feel very reactionary and just like, yeah, what do girls like? I don't know, K-pop. um
Yeah, you think it would be like maybe we can, I don't know, invest in different art styles or
right.
I don't know. So I don't know. A lot of different options come to mind than just like what are some like very generic,
or make
plain basic white girl
or
things.
make some of like the women planeswalkers more appealing to women, or something like that, like the mechanics or the art. I don't know. Not just romantasy K-pop, which I'm, like I said, I'm all for getting girls and into the game. I think it's been lacking it for a long time, and it needs more of that perspective, more of that, more estrogen. um but the Marvel stuff, like I said, I'm not huge on the Universes Beyond stuff. even though I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, I'm excited about that. I'm excited about Avatar just because. But like I said, I feel like I have to be because that's the direction this game is taking, and so I am excited about the Marvel stuff because if you're gonna go all in, and I think that's a good idea. If like I said, don't just take the dive. Like don't pussyfoot. Just take the dive. Just go all in. Who cares at this point?
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be, I think the chase appeal of some of these, the Infinity Stones, it's gonna get just like out of hand.
I agree.
But I am interested to see what some of the other Infinity Stones are going to be, because I thought that the Soul Stone was a pretty, I think it would just be like a really useful card in
Yeah,
most decks that run black. I
mechanically,
mean,
it's just a good card. Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
So yeah.
hopefully, out of my like 4 products I bought from Spider-Man, that I pull one of them. Yeah, hoping. Well, yeah, I think we'll talk more about the Avatar stuff next show, and we got a lot of other stuff to talk about too. Yeah, it's a jam-packed show, but we talked about a lot of fun cards. Maybe gave some players some ideas of cards they can include in their decks. Hopefully, it's kind of the idea behind the show. We didn't really learn anything from our last games that we played. Uh, just that don't let my board state get out of hand because it's gonna go burr.
And look out for Tifa.
And
She's
look out for
coming for you.
Tifa, dude. Yeah, Tifa was a rock star at our last one. She won twice. Yeah, great card, great deck. You've really made that deck much better, and it's scary now, bro. It really is. I want to go one on one with Brea, see how scary she actually is, because you might be able to
Okay.
outpace me. It'd be interesting to see.
We'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see. Yeah, I'm down for that challenge.
yeah, it'd be fun. Be fun challenge. See who gets to their win condition first.
Yeah, just give me a couple more days for the
Super
postman or
state.
post lady to drop off Super State, and then yeah, and then we'll get together after
Dude, knowing you, you'll draw Super State every freaking game you play. Just like like your what's his name, Niv Mizzet, the one you always have it every game
Oh yeah, yeah.
for Vivi.
Oh my god.
You've got what, three
And I
other
never,
copies each of different ones,
yeah,
and you only get the one every time.
I have like every variant of Nib Mizzet and only draw the Visionary every game
Every game, dude.
without fail.
It's
Yeah,
insane. You're like, we're not gonna believe this play. It's just
right. I
Niv Mizzet the
promised I
Visionary.
only have one copy.
Oh man. Well, it's a great show. We got another little skit that just debuted today. This will be a couple days after this airs that you're hearing about it, but yeah, it's on our TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. It's on the Nerd Bites stuff. It's on Harambe's Bauble Instagram. Go check that out. It's silly, it's small, but I thought it was a lot of fun, and I thought it was a really cool video. So go check that out. When the Stacks Man,
When the Stacks Man cometh.
when the Stacks Man cometh. All right, well, I don't think I have anything else. Will, anything from you?
Nothing for me, man. Another solid episode.
Another episode in the bag. Go check out all of our skits. We got all 2, and we've got a third one on the way. So stay tuned for that as well. We're gonna keep up the content. We're having a lot of fun with it. So yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.